I guess, of course, the last thing that happened this weekend, shout out to all the daddies. The zaddies, too, because
zaddies.
I mean, I hit my nigga like, yeah, happy Zaddies Day. But I ain't got a zaddy, y'all, so I texted that to a couple niggas. But
she just said she texted her. She said she texted her.
Yeah, she knows exactly.
She knows I'm single. Okay. Damn, I did slip up and say that.
Capping.
Okay,
you
my
slipping
bad,
on
bro.
yourself. You slipping, you falling, and you can't get up. You slipping, you falling, you can't get up.
I'm having my cake and eating it too.
We gonna have to get her life alert.
Well, it was Father's Day, which is crazy because I will say I didn't see as many like tweets and stuff where the moms were coming out like,
thank God.
I'm the daddy.
There wasn't that much anger this year.
Right?
Thank God.
Yeah, where was that from?
No, there was some. There was some.
You saw some?
Yeah, there was some. I saw some tweets from some random white women saying that they should ban Father's Day because Father's Day is demeaning to mothers. I was like,
oh, shut up. I'm so tired of everything being demeaning to something.
Like, just let something exist. Just let something exist for that we can celebrate. Like, there's 1,000,001 things that don't matter that we celebrate. Why can't we celebrate something that actually matters?
And a father matters. It definitely matters.
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I posted my daddy on Instagram.
Me
but
too.
I ain't call him nothing.
You stupid.
Oh, shit.
Wouldn't be here without this man. But that nigga ain't getting no text from me. He ain't getting my new number.
Well, mine's dead, so I couldn't text him.
Yeah, I don't got a daddy, but you know.
Well, damn. You know what?
But I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock it.
Wait. We gotta chill because we are on a toxic network. Them niggas gonna be, these bitches got daddy issues. That's why they're like,
I don't have any daddy issues. My dad's not alive anymore, so I don't have any issues.
My dad's not alive, but he was never around, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and my daddy.
You don't have daddy issues.
I mean, I don't have daddy issues. We just don't really see eye to eye. Like, here's the thing. You know, when you become an adult,
you see them for an adult.
You start viewing people as adults and no longer as like family members or dads or moms. Like, so then you also just start to go back and not look at the trauma that they put onto you, but you also start to just be like, damn, you was fucked up. Like you a fucked up individual.
Yeah.
So when you think of like, and it wasn't even cheating, but it was just like the different girlfriends. And then, I mean, we dealt with child support issues. Oh. So like, it's just like, I think I'm good on you. I think I'm good on you. But I ended up hanging out with him on Christmas when I went down, and it was nice to see him. But again, Father's Day, it was just like, it's cute.
It's another day for you.
Yeah. And then it also reminds me too, all of the men that I do know that are daddies, and it's just like, damn.
I know
everyone really just out here spreading seeds though too. Like,
that's what they do.
Yeah, but there's a lot of I think there's something to be said about our generation of dads. I think our generation of dads is awesome. Like, I like all my friends that are dads are really great dads. Like, I think that yesterday was a combination of celebration for the dads in my generation that are my age that are like really, really active. My man is a dad. We spent yesterday with his kids. So I mean, from that regard, I think it's really great. But then I also have friends that lost dads to COVID, and so yesterday was their first Father's Day without their dad, and I know that was really traumatizing because everything is opening back up, and it seems like life is getting back to normal. Yeah. And I remember when my dad passed, feeling that way too about everybody that was kind of around. It was like a natural, like just a resentment kind of that everybody else has something to celebrate, and everyone's life is continuing to move on, and you're kind of still sorting and sifting
You're not
through
ready,
your grief. Yeah, and it takes a long time. I think days like Father's Day and Mother's Day are really triggering for a lot of people. So I definitely I commend anybody who's lost a parent who gets through Mother's Day and Father's Day without, completely falling apart and unraveling. But if you did yesterday, then that's fine too. Just feel your feelings and know that they're valid.
I guess that we'll lead to one of the topics that I specifically wanted to bring up, because in a lot of the conversations that I have with my homies that are dads, the issue a lot of time is with the mother. And it's not that they don't want to show up. It's almost like they're pushed away to even be able to show up.
Yes.
So Ace Hood took to his Instagram to complain that he was not able to see his children. He opened up about his situation, claiming that his children's mother, Shanice, denied him access to their kids to prove her story right, and because she wants more money. He said that the reason I do not have my children today is because the mother of my children wants her story to be right, which means her story in her mind is that I am not a good father. My children don't want to spend time with me, and I don't support my kids. Also, I'm never there for the children. So that's her story in her mind, and she wants to tear me down as a person. She did respond to this and say, it ain't about money. However, you owe me $95,000 in back child support. So a lot of people were like, well, sis, if it's not about the money, then what are you doing? She did also come out and say she does make more money than Ace Hood. And also claim that the only reason he's even balling right now is because that nigga took out the PPP loan. The shade was there. Sis, it was a mess. She's also claiming that the back and forth right now is so that they both have a lead role in Love and Hip Hop Miami, which I know a lot of people do put a little bit too much of their personal lives on that show to me for a check, for clout, whatever it comes. And I know you went on that show and said that you would never bring a personal, like your personal business to TV
Never again. No.
I wanted to bring this up, however, though, because this is the narrative with a lot of men that, I want to be a good dad, but she's not letting me show up the way I can show up. And
I mean, this is tough.
This is tough.
These situations are always tough. And I empathize with both sides, because I think we've seen in our own lives, we've seen fathers that they're like what we call the Christmas and Easter Christians that only come to church on Christmas and Easter, where it's like you're a dad and you're not as consistently active throughout a lot of the other occasions and don't necessarily show up the other times where you might be needed. But then on Father's Day, you want to show up and
you want to put a little picture up on the ground.
But you know what? I guess I could see though how a mom would have an issue with that.
Absolutely.
Like,
I'm
you just want to show up on fucking Father's Day and be a father? No, nigga, you got to show up every other time. And what's crazy is I actually experienced the opposite of this. So my mom went to court to ask for more money. And because she asked for more money, we ended up all having to take DNA tests, and he didn't speak to us for a year.
Oh, shit.
So I understand a little bit how the money and the function of child support gets in the way of the relationship with the children in both sides. But what I also don't like about this is one of the things he said in particular. He said that she wants her story to be that I don't take care of my kids, I don't provide for them, I don't show up as a father. My problem with that is, and for anyone who's a parent out there, the way I just said, like, I think back and look at people as adults now, one of the things that I remember the most about growing up is the shit talking that my daddy did. Anytime we were with him, he rubbed it in my face. Your mother didn't do this. Your mother.
That's terrible.
And just talking about the other parent.
Right.
Because, of course, my dad, he ain't had to see us. So when I went with my dad, he's the one who got us the name brand clothes. He's the one who took us out to eat because he could afford to do all those things.
Of course.
My mama, single parent of 3, worked multiple jobs, but going out to Olive Garden was like, oh, and we still had a limit, bitch. She said, bitch, you order off this menu and that's it.
Yeah. Y'all both doing the 2 for $20.
You know what I mean? Well, yeah, and that was before all that. But we really went there because the bitch, it was unlimited breadsticks. And she really wanted us to get full off of them breadsticks and salad, bitch. It was like, we could just have an appetizer if y'all full now.
Drink some water. Drink some water.
Drink some water, sis. Oh, I ain't gonna hold you. We would go out and like we would have to ask, like, can we get a drink? Because a water was unlimited water, but no, we had to be like, can we get tea? Bitch, I want some sweet tea, bitch. But no, so again, I want to bring up the fact that when parents feud, the thing that really sits with the children, more than whatever the child support and all this thing, one of the things that sit with a child for life is how y'all talked negatively about each other.
Right.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that's something that a parent even understands. You may just be like, yeah, I bet your mama don't do this for you. Or those things sit with you forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Sure. And I honestly don't even like the post and putting this up on Instagram like this, because if you got the time to so eloquently explain yourself, right? For how many like stories was
it's this? Like it's a lot.
It's a few of them, Instead of explaining to the world, how about you pop up to your baby mother's house and try to have a real conversation as an adult and be like, hey, listen, if you have the time to really try to state your case for the world to see, the person that you really need to state your case with is with the baby mom.
Talk your shit, sis.
That's it. Like, this to me, this is stupid. I actually agree with the whole this is for a storyline type shit.
And she's with child. She's pregnant in bed,
She's
right?
pregnant,
right there.
She's in a whole other situation living her life. So it's not
stressing this woman out.
Yeah, this is too much. It's too much.